news this hour, a massive anti-terror operation has been underway at Sylhet in Bangladesh. More updates on the story where a father has handed over his two sons to the police, suspecting their involvement in the militant activity. The army has moved heavy armory into the area. According to the latest reports, 6 people, including 2 cops, were killed and 31 injured in separate blasts outside the Sylhet militant den. A bomb was hurled from a running motorbike outside the site. The operation has been going on for the past 48 hours at the 5-story building where terrorists have been holed up. The army also fears that the entire building has been planted with improvised explosive devices. The building area has been cordoned off. Snipers have spotted the terrorists moving between the floors in the building. There is also an apprehension that a wanted terrorist leader of Neo-Jamaat-un-Mujahideen Bangladesh is held up in the building along with a woman. Earlier, several units of special weapon and the SWAT reached the spot and cordoned off the building. Suspecting 2 militants are hiding in there. The army is making efforts to have the terrorists surrender to avert casualties and damage. Power to the building has been cut off and about 70 civilians have been moved out. Dhaka has been rocked with 2 suicide bomb blasts in a space of a week. On Friday, a suicide bomber blew up himself at a police checkpost near the Bangladesh International Airport in Dhaka. No casualties were reported. The Islamic State has claimed responsibility for both suicide bombings. And our Bangladesh Bureau Chief Saad joins us now online. And we are also joined by Shafkat Munir, Research Fellow, Bangladesh Institute of Peace and Security Studies, on the phone line as well. And outside, what can you tell us? What is the latest, first of all?
Inga, the gunshots are being heard every few minutes over here where I am standing. That's just 200 yards away from the spot where the security forces have cordoned off the building that is holding the terrorists, suspected to be about 5 members over there. And it's still not clear exactly what the modus operandi would be in the course of the day and how they're going to carry this out, because the apprehension is that the building is planted with improvised explosive devices, and which is why the army is maintaining caution in carrying out a full-scale assault operation. And they have been wanting to persuade the terrorists to surrender, and no luck has been found so far, as I hear from the armed forces that have been carrying out the operations. But as you would already know, that 7 persons have been feared dead. 6 of them feared dead. The 7th person is the director, head of an intelligence wing of the Rapid Action Battalion, who's severely injured and has been flown from Sylhet to Dhaka and might be flown to Singapore later tonight.
All right. Now, Saad, the ongoing standoff incident, is there any other investigations on the man in that building and also the 2 sons suspected by their father of involvement? Could they be vital witnesses against the terrorist activities in Sylhet?
Inga, if you need to repeat the question.
I'm saying, should the focus be on the standoff of the ongoing incident in the building, or are there other investigations on the man in that building, also the 2 sons suspected by their father of involvement? Could they be vital witnesses against the terrorist activities in Sylhet?
Are you asking that the line is breaking up? If you're asking that if there's any connection between the attacks that are carried out in Dhaka and Sylhet, there is every possibility of that because they're happening around the same time.
Oh, all right. Now, ISIS claimed responsibility of one of the blasts that occurred near the building where police hold up the terrorist. Now, what is ISIS own? What is ISIS own? Is it suggesting that there is some kind of affiliation between the hold-up terrorist and ISIS?
Absolutely. The government here maintains that there is no ISIS in the country, but every suicide blast that have taken place or other terrorist activities that have been carried out were claimed by ISIS. But as you have noticed, these claims are made only after these attacks are carried out, which also goes to suggest that the ISIS is encouraging lone wolf attacks and attacks carried out independently, which they're endorsing afterwards. So even though there is no direct physical presence of any foreign national representing the ISIS in the country, but attacks of this similar nature and pattern that shows an affiliation or the style that the way ISIS operates elsewhere in the world makes them connect with these kind of incidents that are taking place. And they have their agendas. They want to expand their footprints into South Asia, which has been mentioned previously by the ministers in the Bangladesh government. And that is a clear reflection of what is happening right now, except that it has only intensified in the last week.
All right, Saad Hamadi, thank you for that.